why are you still doing these camps? Why do you still feel the desire to go out and teach the game?
Well, the big thing like it's been for 42 years is bringing the knowledge to kids, the young kids. A lot of people don't know how to teach shooting, and I got a knack for it, and bringing that knowledge to these kids' minds and where they can go out and work on it.
What is your philosophy when it comes to shooting?
Well, the end result is having a great touch and going in the basket. But, when you go out there, 1970, I came out of Purdue University and all-time leading scorer, and I scored 39-2 a game in the Big Ten my senior year. And I broke it down. When I got out, I watched films on me and broke it down: footwork, leg action, hand position, arm positioning, power pocket, and V through the right eye and release of the basketball. And getting them to do that with in all-in-one rhythm and bringing momentum into your shot is the key. A lot of kids don't. They're hesitant. They're slow in getting into their shot, and just I don't know, getting that all to come together and getting that and then seeing success really kind of gives me some pleasure.
For the kids that come out today and that come to any of the camps, what is, if they can take one thing away from what you talk about, what is the one thing that you hope they take away?
Well, probably, all those fundamentals, but the rhythm and the momentum into your shot, and using those legs, getting that. A lot of them don't understand the lower part of your shot is 98% of your power, and they don't understand that. And you got to gather, this like a rattlesnake. If a rattlesnake is laid out there straight, sunning himself, he can't bite you. But if he coils, or what I call gathering, and then boom, he strikes out and gets you. That's the same way with a jump shot. You gather on that defense and then explode and have all that leverage into your shot, what I'm talking about with my fundamentals, then you got it. And you explode up in the air over the defense. And that's what I want, But another thing I want them to do and understand, this is not an overnight fix. Kids think, well, hey, I'll work maybe a week on it and I'll be a great shooter. It might be a 2 to 3 or 4 year project for them to get that done.
You're obviously well known in the basketball world. You're well known throughout this state. But for some of the kids that you're teaching now, they may not know you as well. Do you ever run into that where you're up there speaking and the kids are, who is this guy making all these shots?
Yeah, especially these kids now. I break the ice with them. I said, now your grandfather's probably told you about me, and maybe your dad's heard about me once in a while, but you've heard from your grandfather about me. So, and then I go into my little spill, what I did, and just a little bit, so they don't know in high school and college and pros, and so it's a little tougher. But that's why you got to go out there and like the first camp, I hit 60. What I hit 65 out of 75, I think it was, jumpers. When you start knocking down 30 in a row or 25 in a row, then they understand, and now you got their attention a little bit.
How would you describe your relationship with the game of basketball at this point in your life?
Oh, basketball now, you look at it and it's a whole different game. Back when I played, it was a player's game. Now it's more of a coach's game. They got more control over you. I don't just say that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's just a different thing. Point guards got more control over the game now. They're out there dancing and dribbling, and they're penetrating and kicking it out. Back when I played, most of the time point guards got the ball up, threw it over to wing, got the offense started, and then got out of the way, most of them. There was a few that were scorers, but that's what point guards did. But now the game is more orientated towards point play. There's hardly any post-up play, so I don't see I liked it back when I played. Now, you're going to play. I mean, if I was this now in the present, that I'd be playing, but The three-point line, I don't like that either. People, you don't like the three-point? I think it hurts. It took the mid game away, the mid-range game, shooting game away, and plus it hurts young kids. The elementary school kids, the junior high kids, they're not strong enough to shoot it out there, so they're out there jacking it up from out there, and they're shoving it, they're throwing it, and they're not even working on their forms. So, there's some of the game I like, some I don't right now.
I think, and this is me just making an assumption here, but at its essence, you have to still love the game to still be out here teaching and trying to pass it on to the next generation. Does that love of the game ever go away?
No, it'll never go away till I'm 6 feet under, probably, because I know how to teach it. I'm one of the best teachers around, known why, reputation-wise as teaching. And I was one of the best shooters to go. So I've done both ends of it. And I know how to teach shooting and get it out of them. And it'll never go away, because I believe that with the knowledge I have on shooting, and getting that knowledge to young kids is a kind of a gift towards them, and I really enjoy that. I mean, it's great.
Real quick, last question. Do you still keep tabs on Purdue pretty closely?
Yeah, I'm not a big spectator. I'm more of a participator. I played in front of 14,000 people, 20,000 people, but I'm not big on going whether it's 14 or 20,000 people and sitting watching a game. I mean, it's not big on that. So I'll watch it on TV.
Do you have any thoughts? The NBA draft is coming up. Robbie Hummel is a guy who's going to be in the mix. Do you have any thoughts on him?
I'd like to see him hook on. I think he'll hook on. I really do. If he doesn't, for some unknown reason, doesn't hook on with an NBA team, I think he'll play overseas someplace, make some money too. But I think he'll hook on to an NBA team because he's got a good attitude. His knees seem second half of the season they used some different medicine on his knees, and he was bending his knees better and getting his legs into it. And he's not a bad shooter when he does that. But first of the season he couldn't get his legs bent and he was falling forward. But now I think he got that kind of ironed out. So I hope he hooks on someplace.